Hello everyone and welcome back to the Engineer's Guide to the Galaxy. As you can see on the to-do list, there is only one project left that I'm going to do within this series, and that is the secret project. All the other stuff that I wanted to do I have done already. Last time we finished with all the escape modules and all the things on the bottom. I'm not going to do that. I'm so close to the limit within the game that it is no longer possible. And also my PC doesn't like this save anymore. So we are going to finish with this last project, the secret project. And to be honest, it has been quite a bit of time in the making. There is a large part already built within the ship, but I have managed to hide it for all of you. And now I'm going to reveal the project. And keep in mind, this is probably the most stupid thing I can do to this ship, especially regarding the performance that I'm currently have to deal with. And to reveal what it is, I do need to grind a bit of away. I need to grind a bit of the ship here in the front. And let's get it done. And what you see here is a track that goes through the center of the ship, actually at level -1, and it's quite long. Oh, and there's a tunnel, and there's a bit of a station over here. And this station goes through an elevator, and there's a door that goes to the path along the tramway, because I'm going to build a tram. And here you are at the central level, at the central hall. So yes, I'm going to build a tramway. I have experimented a little bit with that. I did also make some preparations. I've got a base that I'm going to build that will function here, and there is a gap in the track, but that base can deal with that. And that's not only a subgrid or small grid thing, but it's going to be a completely free small grid that is going to drive up and down this track. And this looks kind of narrow, but trust me, it'll work. I've tested it quite a bit. The programming is a bit tricky because wheels and the easy automation script, that is a bit tricky, but yeah, I think I will get it working. And that's the first thing I'm going to do. That's building the tram. After that, I do have to make a station here at the front also, so that it can go back and forth. But that's the idea. Actually, this entire ship was built around this functionality. And the ship is insanely large, so the tramway is also quite large. Let's get these top blocks out of the way as well. Onwards to the tram base. It's a chassis. I've already got it on the repair system. and it needs to be welded in a in a special order, because I do need to name the wheels for testing. Otherwise, well, the thing is with this kind of ship or tram, when you use the override on the wheels, they tend to not rotate the direction you want them to rotate, or you think they will rotate. So that is something I need to deal with. And for now, I'm going to weld this chassis. And then there's a small process of testing in the way that the wheels need to rotate in the right order, or in the right direction. I'm not going to finish the top of the ship. I am going to do that when it is in the tunnel, because I'm not sure how high it can go. I need to make sure that it will fit inside the tunnel. So yeah, let's get welding. Okay, I've come at a point where it is rather difficult to weld all the armor blocks. All the wheels and suspension have been welded up, and I've been able to place all the wheels because, well, it's a tight fit, but that's necessary because the sides of the catwalks will come in between these wheels, and these wheels provide traction. And these vertical placed wheels, they only provide balance or guidance, so that the tram will stay in the center. It's quite a big tram, a little bit out of proportion for the usage of this ship, but well, it's necessary to have such a suspension to stabilize this tram inside a large grid that's not attached to that's not stationary. In total, it is exactly 8 large grid blocks long, and I've measured it out in the station on the rear of the ship, that it will fit exactly along the platform on either side. So that's perfect. Yeah, this base also contains a couple of functional blocks, also some testing blocks, which are really necessary in order to set this tram up properly. So I won't use the repair system here, because I'm scared that things will blow up. This thing the base already is rather heavy, and I've got a couple of hinges and a rotor and a couple of pistons, and it will move all directions. I don't think that will go correctly, so I will get the small welder, the Spark, which I haven't used for quite a while, and I will use it to weld up all the small bits, and I might also use it inside the corridor. when it's inside its tube. Well, the chassis has been built completely. I had to change the location of the wheels a little bit because, well, in the end location it's not possible to place all the blocks. And even blocks that I could place by hand wouldn't be welded up from the blueprint. So that's a little bit strange. There is one continuous block that I can't place anymore. That's this 1x2 slope tip over there, but well, it's not a really big problem. I will keep it like this. Now, I can continue building up the base of the ship. The doors will come here. Let's see, that's a 6 block wide location, and the doors are 5 blocks wide and 2 besides each other, so that will be a 10 block wide location that I need over here. And the way in is 1 block lower than the location where the seats will be, because these will need to be 1 block higher, or otherwise they will interfere with the wheels. And now comes the point that I need to pick a floor, and I was tempted to make a wooden floor. And I will place whole blocks through the center up to here, and over here there will be slope blocks, because well, I need to overcome 1 block in height. And in the center that will be half blocks in order to maintain enough space for the wheels. So let's see, this will be whole block, then the door will be here, and yeah, let's make this white as well. Nice wooden floor. And I was thinking that I need to make this a little bit closed as well, so I will close this up. So I will start with building the floor, and I think I will extend it a little bit forward, up to the point that there is 1 small block space left. Otherwise the entire tram will bounce into a wall, and I rather it doesn't. So yeah, a little bit tedious, because this is a whole lot of blocks that I need to place. and that's just for the flooring. So I will be right back. I think this might be the complete chassis. I've made the sensors that I need for braking. I've placed them in some kind of a bumper construction. Well, at least it looks like a bumper construction. I will explain later why I have 3 sensors over there. I've extended the top bit with another 2 blocks. So the entire white surface is usable for seatings. Although I might place the benches that are relatively new. Let's see, they are part of this one. These are pretty suitable for a tram, actually. I really like them. And they are 2 blocks wide, so they fit perfectly. Oh, this is really nice. Okay, I will fill this tram with passenger benches. Oh, this is really nice. So what's next? There is one thing that is bothering me. The wheels are a bit higher. The sides of the... Oh, is the game crashing? Oh, that was a lot of lag. Is it due to meters? Alright. Okay, I think I might disable the meteors, because this isn't going well. What I was trying to say, the sides of the the tracks, so the sides of the catwalks that are placed on their side, they go in between these 2 blocks, so the wheels are going to be a bit higher, and the wheels are partially visible when you're standing on the platform. So I'm not a big fan of that, and I was thinking of placing some armor panels along the side, just to close this off. This will fit. The track is 2 large grid blocks wide, and this unit is 9 small blocks wide. So I've got a 50 centimeters margin, so 25 centimeters on either side. And well, these panels, they don't take up that much space. Oh, this is I used to be able to place these panels right in front of here. I can place them here. but not there. Oh, and I need steel plate. Let's change some things about the wheels. Apparently it doesn't like this. So then I
Inventory full.
will do it a little bit different. And that is by making a little bit of a transfer piece. Like so. And I will figure something out with the doors that will be placed here. But that will come later. I had to move the wheels out of the way again in order to place these ones. So if they give any trouble, I will change it up again. Properly remove these three and just place the tip of a 2x1 slope to extend that bit. But this should be able to function correctly. I had some trouble with extreme lag and about 1 frame per second maybe. I've restarted it a couple of times and every time it happened again when the meteor storms came by. So I've disabled that and after I have moved the spark, I bounced its foot against the wall and that one's now gone. But I don't need it anymore. I've got a tug. That one will place this tram into its tunnel in the tube. So for now I am going to place a little bit of the interior and I want to place 2 doors on either side like this, and then I need to place the seats, and I wanted to place these benches. They use a 2x2 space and I've got, this is 15 blocks long, but I won't place anything here. So the first one will come here. And then I've got 14. I could place them like this. Let's try it. Yeah, I'm going to place them one further to the back. And I will figure out something what I'm going to do over there. And then I do need to add another layer of armor around. But for this bit I think I'm going to slope it back inwards. And I might change something with the panels on the side. I'm not sure yet. Alright, there is a salvage drone flying away because, well, that one was a little bit attacking me. Well, the interior is mostly done. I do need to find a location for some buttons. And I think I will place them over here. I will place a button and a text panel right beside each other. The text panel will contain the information about the trip, and the button will activate this module going back and forth. On the sides I will place the windows that are 2 wide and 3 high, but those windows do not exist for the 2x1 slope. So this will be 1 block higher. Oh. And then from here on it will be a 2x1 slope window, so that it will be the same height as the 2x3. And I will go around with all the necessary blocks. And then you will see the result. This is actually most of the tram. I will finish the roof of the tram in the tunnel itself. I don't think it will be too much work. And mostly because I don't know how tall it can go. Preferably... oh, I don't have any gravity here. Preferably I have this bit in the interior 6 blocks in height. 5 is acceptable. But yeah, this is it. So basically you should be able to walk in, press the button, and it will move. At least that's the idea. There is a bit of programming behind that. Let's see, I want to change a little bit here. Oh. So that it looks a little bit more integrated. And one thing I want to change before I move this thing to the tunnel is the exterior. I want to make the metal panels, or the metal sheeting, well, the panels. I want to make it in a way that it looks a little bit more integrated in the design, because now it's just a blue random panel with a little bit of dark gray, almost black, and a white block in the center. And I want to make it a little bit more appealing. So I will get into that and I'll show you the end result. I'm quite happy with how the tram is looking right now. You mostly see only, I think, up to this layer and maybe a little bit down below. So yeah, I think it looks nice. So for now I've built enough. As I mentioned, the roof of the tram, I will build that later. Now comes a little bit of a tedious bit, and that is to make sure that the wheels rotate in the right direction. I make use of these catwalks as the rails, and they go in between the vertical wheels. So the horizontal placed suspensions, and they are pressed tight against the catwalks, so that the tram doesn't have any movement, any vertical movement, and has sufficient grip to accelerate and decelerate. And regarding deceleration, there are 3 sensors on either side, and they are set to 3 different distances. So I can program an incremental deceleration when approaching, well, the end bit. So this is actually an end-to-end tram between only 2 stops. This isn't really suitable for a stop in between, or you have to do something, well, interesting with bits that are coming up to stop the tram. So for now, these wheels need to be tested, and what I make use of is the override of the wheels. So let's go to the wheels. This one, and the top, no. The sides won't be powered. They are just there to keep this centered. So propulsion needs to be on. And now we check with the propulsion override. In easy automation, this is a value between 1, as in 100%, and -1. And here it's just a percentage. So, still 1. And the idea was that they would work this way, but let's move the top wheels a little bit upwards so that they don't press onto the bottom wheels. And now they are still not rotating. Okay, let me figure this one out. So yeah, this is the positive value of, well, the 0.2 or 20% override is moving forward. So checking these blocks, they are rotating correctly. These are correct. And if you can't see it properly, just place a block over it and you can see the rotation of the block. Because sometimes with the frames, it looks like if the wheel is rotating the opposite direction, and with a block hovering over it, it's better to see, or easier to see. And I can show you that for some of the blocks, the propulsion needed to be inverted. It's only for the left side on the bottom row, and the top wheels on the right side, because it's just the way it is. So these 4 on the bottom are inverted, and those ones on top are inverted, but they are all rotating in the correct direction. So that's a good thing. And actually, I think that this module, this tram, is actually ready to be placed inside the tunnel. The only thing I need to do is turn off the propulsion, and this is all right. The bottom wheels, I will push them back upwards when the tram is in its place. And since we just had an attack from a scatter cannon turret, I think I've got a little bit of time to place this one where it belongs. Okay, it's in position. And let's leave the duck here with the auto lock ready. All the wheels are in its location, and this is the maintenance path right beside, where there is still no gravity. So this is actually what you can see of the tram. The platform is also 1/2 block higher than what I'm standing on now, so the doors will line up perfectly. What I need to do now is the following. The side wheels, I need to retract them and place them back in the right offset. So the right offset is -25. So let's put it at +2 and then -25. And then the bottom wheels need to go back down to -25. And if it's all correct, it's perfectly lined out, perfectly straight. And when I set the wheels, the bottom wheels and the top wheels, I need to set a negative propulsion override. So -0.2. I'm moving backwards. So speed limit can be a little bit higher. And I'm moving the correct way. And as long as the tram is aligned correctly, which it's not perfect, but I think that's due to lag that it didn't center it perfectly. But for now, this works. And it's a long way through the tunnel. So let's make this go a little bit faster. This is, by the way, the part that that determines how high or how tall the tram can be at max. This is the lowest bit, and here we are entering the rear station. And you can see that it is a little bit bouncy, but that's just due to the fact that it isn't centered correctly. And I think this is okay for now. Although this isn't how it should be. Let's remove the merge block. And I should be able to bump into the connector really slow. And connect it, and then I won't lose it when we have to jump real suddenly. And that one is parked. Just have to lock the connector. This is the tram so far. It fits perfectly. And it's almost done. There is something that I do tend to want to build for this, and that is a buffer with help of a piston. So I will be placing a piston right here, with a wheel attached, and I can build it on this side right now. So piston, there it is, with a wheel. No, I want the other wheel. Where's this one? Right here. And I will extend it a little bit when driving around. The wheel buffers against the back wall, so that the bumper itself, the armor, won't clash into the wall of the station. Also because the connectors do have a little bit of attraction to each other, and that's necessary in this case at least. But the buffer keeps the tram at a specific distance from the wall, and then the connector is connected and the bumper retracts so that it won't keep clashing into the wall, making horrible clang sounds, that kind of thing. Looking forward, I do need to test how much taller I can make this, but I think I'm almost at the point that I can't really go higher. Maybe 2 blocks max. And with this, I want to end this episode. We will continue this next time. We will setting up the programming that the easy automation script will use. We will be setting up these buttons on this station and making the other station and setting also buttons up there that will be able to call the train. Well, actually only if it's docked. So maybe I need to... Well, maybe I can use the LCDs on the buttons. We will see. And we will finish the tram itself with the roof, the bumpers, and we will be testing this tram, going back and forth without any intervention on my side. And let's see how this one will function. I think it will be all right, but well, you never know, because this is probably the most dangerous thing on board regarding clang. So fingers crossed. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like, and I will see you next time.